Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online guide video with me, Sherman. Today guys, we're going to be talking about leveling your character, like how do I start as a new player in ESO. Now I'm going to be using my main as a template or a guide to where you want to get to. So, and it's one of those things I always get asked, especially in build videos. Well, what gear should I use to get to that point? What skills should I unlock to get to that point? How do I unlock my champion points? All this stuff. So in this video, I'm just going to be going over the basics on what I do as a player to get from point A to point B to point C to where I can wear the best gear. I have my skills that I want and all that stuff to work towards getting more skills and all that. So first off, you have to play through 50 levels of your character to get them to what is called max level. Now, max level is level 50. Now, you're going to see when I open up my character screen, I'm not at level 50. I'm actually at what's called champion level 110. Now, champion levels is something you unlock after you reach level 50. So any character you have that reaches 50 will start earning champion levels. And champion levels are account wide. So that means when you see this screen, this is your champion point screen. And you can see here I have, all these champion points spent. I have 810 champion points spent because that is the maximum amount of champion points you can use on your champion level system. Now, I have 110 champion levels, but I can only use 810 points. So let's leave it at that. Now, the other thing I get asked is skills. Again, what skills should I use? Now, depending on the person that you're looking at their content for, like build-wise, 90% of the time, what you see on their bar is what they use primarily. Now, I don't always use this setup on this character. A lot of times, I will switch skills around so I can play more DPS focused, or play them as a tank, or I can play them as a healer. I can play this character as any role I want. But their design, their primary setup is to tank. Okay? I play them a lot of different ways because when you get to the end game, the real end game of ESO, you have several different choices and activities at that point that you can do. You can be a trial runner, you can be a dungeon player, you can be an overland farmer, you can be a PvPer, either Battlegrounds, Cyrodiil, CP, no CP. There's a lot of different things that you can do. But the main things that you're building towards is the unlocking of the skills that you see primarily used on the toolbars, the passive skills that the person says you might need to unlock to make sure your character is 100% effective with what they're using, and all that. So skills come with time. They are probably the most time-consuming thing to unlock. Even at level 50, you will not have all skills unlocked. You have to unlock them by earning skill points, which you can earn from playing main story quests, which usually show up on your map or on your quest guide as a triangular quest symbol. Not this symbol. This is your basic quests themselves, but it'll be a triangle shaped quest symbol. Those are your main quests. Every time you complete a certain section of your main quest, you gain a skill point, and then you can use that skill point towards unlocking new skills, and it's a really great function. So just remember that. The next thing is what skills to unlock. You look at what they have unlocked to their toolbars. Those are the ones you're going to want to unlock to play that role. So if you see them using sword and shield, and they're using stuff like puncture, the defensive posture, or whatever it might be, those are the skills you're going to want to unlock primarily. You're still going to unlock the whole skill line and all the passives. You're just going to unlock the skills that you're going to use. Then you're going to work towards unlocking the rest of the skills. That's why, like, when you see my two-handed skill line, I have everything unlocked. And that's because I do use everything in different situations. I use Stampede a lot of times in PvP, more than PvE. I use Executioner Strike in PvP. And so what you see me using normally, I switch out. I switch out a lot of stuff in order to keep my character in a playstyle that fits my playstyle. So always unlock the skills you see the person suggesting you use on the bar. Now, a lot of times you're going to see them with skills like the Aggressive Warhorn, or you're going to see them with like Fighter's Guild and Mage's Guild, Psijic Order, or Undaunted skills, or Alliance War skills. And I get asked all the time, again, how do I unlock these? Fighter's Guild skills are done by doing Fighter's Guild. The quest in the Fighter's Guild gets you started unlocking the skill line. To unlock the skill line itself, you have to kill undead, vampires, or werewolves, or Daedra to gain experience towards it. The best place to do that is at Dark Anchors and such. And then also there's quests you can do in the guild halls, which are repeatable quests, which will also help you gain experience towards those skill lines. Now that's the Fighter's Guild. Mage's Guild is by unlocking it at the Mage's Guild itself, and then doing the quest through the Mage's Guild's place, or finding books in the world. Now you'll see some people use add-ons, such as myself, like the lore books, and this is the add-on that'll show you all the books in the game that give you your Mage's Guild skill line, and you can use this to unlock or find those lore books. It's really, really good to have. Another one is Sky Shards. This helps you find all the Sky Shards in the world for skill points. Just letting you know that now. Alright, going back to skills. Psijic Order is a lot different. You have to own the Undaunted, or not the Undaunted, you have to own the Somerset DLC or chapter in order to unlock this skill line. And it's one quest line that you have to play completely through in order to unlock this to max rank of 10. The skills themselves will unlock as you progress, and then you can use them as needed. Now, the Undaunted skill line. This is one that a lot of people ask me about. How do I unlock the Undaunted skill line? Doing dungeons. Doing the dungeons quests. Doing dungeons through the Undaunted dailies, doing dungeons, period, whatever. Anytime you complete a dungeon, you gain experience towards your Undaunted skill line. Then you have your Alliance War. Now, Alliance War skills are unlocked through doing PvP. So when you see somebody using something like Warhorn, or Vigor, or Caltrops, or even Purge, or they mention this stuff, or even the Guard skill, or the Reviving Barrier, these are all skills that you unlock through playing PvP. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're doing Battlegrounds, Cyrodiil, whatever. Whenever you're in those areas doing that, you will gain what's called AP, which is your experience for these skill lines. So, if you see something that, like, and I get asked this, well, why am I getting these PvP skills to use in PvE? It's because they're that good. Okay, a lot of people like using them because they're that good. So getting them isn't hard. Playing some Battlegrounds will get you a couple of them unlocked pretty quick. To get to max rank in this, you have to spend a lot of time in PvP. And last but not least, because I get asked this a lot, why do you unlock Medicinal Use and the Provisioning Gourmet and Connoisseur? The main reason why I unlock those skills is because of how they affect your character at max level. First off, Gourmet and Connoisseur extend the length of your food use so it makes your food last longer, so you're not constantly having to activate it to keep it applied. Now, food and drink is something that you can use whenever you want. Some people say only use it in dungeons or trials. I use it all the time. I keep food on me from the time I start leveling. Like, when I make my character and I get to level 1, I do go buy food, like stamina food, or I'll buy health food, or I'll buy magicka food, depending on the playstyle I'm playing. So if I'm playing a tank, a lot of times I go, depending on the tank I'm playing, I'll go magic or stamina, preferably, and just dump everything else into health in the meantime. When I'm playing the actual role, then I use health food. If I'm playing a DPS, I use stamina food or magicka food. If I'm playing a healer, I use magicka food or stamina food, depending on the kind of healer I'm playing again. But I focus in whatever stat is my primary stat. The medicinal use, what this does is this makes your potion effect last 30% longer. So when you use a potion, for example, if I were to use, say, this potion, the potion of health, and I activate it, you can see I get this like cooldown down here in my toolbar, showing that I've activated the drink. Now I've got 45 seconds until I can use it again. It's a minute something if you don't have the potion thing. So maxing out your potion thing, basically when your potion wears off, you can reactivate it. So it's a really good thing to have, and it's a good habit to follow. Especially when you do dungeons or you're doing content. Like I solo play a lot, so I'll be doing things like arenas, or I'm doing world bosses, or I'm doing a dungeon. Even some dungeons I'll solo play them, and when I do, having that food off of cooldown and its effect, and that drink off its cooldown and its effect, is really good. It keeps me in a routine, but it also keeps my character maximized resource wise, and also survivability wise and everything else. So it's just a really good thing to do. Now that I've done the skill thing, next is your gear. This is something I get asked all the time. What gear should I use to level with? I don't worry about sets at all until I get to 160. Otherwise, I just use what I find in the world. Now, I do have a setup that I use for what I call just leveling in period. And that is, I use a chest farm to get gear that'll carry me 10 levels. And then I'll go back and do it. Every 10 levels I hit a milestone. So 1 to 10. So at level 1 to 10, I come here and I get the gear I need. And then I go play the content until I get to level 10 or 11. And then I come back here and I go get new gear, refresh my gear. And I just keep doing that every 10 levels until I get to 50. And then I just go get my 160 gear. Or if I haven't reached 160, like I am on like I was on consoles there for a little bit, I had to earn my 160 CP. And it doesn't take long to get from 50 to 60 or 160 CP. But what gear am I talking about? So I use, like I said, I use a gear farm. So the gear farm I use is the Connoisseur Roots chest farm. It's a really easy one to do. Basically, you come to Connoisseur's Roost in the Aldermary Dominion down here. It's a starting... Sorry. It's the original starting island for the Aldermary Dominion. There's also the Bleak Rock Isles for the... you gotta give me a second, because I don't remember all the factions. So, Daggerfall... The Ebonheart Pact. So, Ebonheart Pact... You would use Bleak Rock, Stros Mackay for the Daggerfall Covenant, and those are the areas where I would farm. I would farm for what I call a chest farm, and they're chests on the land that give you gear. So I've already got a couple pieces of it. here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here you can get a 3-piece set called the trainee set. Now I get this in the jewelry. I get 2 rings and a necklace, and it doesn't matter to me the color, like the quality of it, just as long as I have the 3-set bonus and I have the enchants that they come with. I don't care that they have health recovery. I don't care that they have stam or magic recovery. I just care about the stat bonuses that it offers me to help me level. Now, the other gear I get is just basic gear, because you get a lot of this as you progress through the island. And it usually takes me about 1 rotation. So, like, I'll start over here on this corner and work my way around the island. This way, over here, back this way, around this way, and then I come down over here. I get the chest along this route, come around, go this route, all the way around the island. There's over 100 chests on this island. I don't know every location. I just know the ones I farm location really well, because I've done this so much. I've done this with 12 characters, actually 15 characters, but it's just something, my habit or my routine of doing it. And I'll use that gear to help me get from level 1 to 50. And then once I get to 50, if I have the champion levels to upgrade to 160, then I just do that. Now, if you're doing this at CP, you don't come back every 10 levels. Come back every, like, 50. Because CP gear, you level through so fast, it's not even funny. It's way quicker leveling CP than it is leveling regular levels. But that's why I said with regular levels every 10, even if you hit 50, like I said, once you hit 50, come here and get a new set of gear if you're a new player, and get that stuff upgraded. Because you're really not going to be worried about what sets you use until you get to CP 160. And that's because at CP 160, that's when you can use the highest level of gear. Because it really sucks when you have like CP 110, 125, 130, 140 gear on, and you're trying to get a full set, and then all of a sudden you hit CP 160 and you realize all gear drops at 160 now, and it's like, okay, so I can just go get this stuff again. That's why I do it, is because it really doesn't help me as a player go get this stuff and then turn around and get it again, when I can get the stuff that I'm showing you, this basic gear, and then later on get the stuff I really want for my build. And that's how it works. That's how you go get skills and gear. Now, when it comes to the leveling process, I will do a guide on this, on how I level a character from 1 to 50, and what course I follow for that. So, and I would suggest other people to follow that guide. I wouldn't say it's a set in stone kind of thing, but it's just the way I do it, because I end up with like 100 and something skill points by the time I hit 50. And so anywhere between 110 and 130, depending on which route I take to get to 50. So, but again, it's really up to the player to decide how they want to level their character, how they want to progress their character, and stuff like that. So, leveling guides coming soon to a theater near you. But for now, let's leave it at this. But that's it. Now, when it comes to champion levels, again, going from 1 to 160 or 810, which is the maximum, it's easy to get from 1 to 160. It's easy to get from 160 to 300. It's not so easy to get from 300 to 810. Okay, that's where you start. It's more like 546 to 810. You'll see a major slowdown of point earning, but you can earn skill points really fast once you get to 50. Doing quests, doing dungeons, doing that stuff will help you gain experience really fast to help you get to CP 160. So again, I will do a guide on explaining this stuff later, but not right now. I just wanted to get this out so you guys had a kind of a new player experience guide that says, hey, oh, if I do this, I can level up pretty quick, and I can, well, not level up, but I can progress my character and get him to where I want him to be once I hit CP 160, kind of thing. And then that's where the real character development begins, is getting your character finalized. Like, they're getting their build put together, getting them completely maxed out on their skills, completely maxed out in their gear, because even though you get the gear's not going to come in at gold quality. You have to make it gold quality, and that takes time, just like everything in this game. So, but that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this explained a lot to you new players out there. You guys have asked. Here you go. To veteran players, you can even use this yourself to, you know, if you want. I find it easier just to do this. I can make, you know, get gear super fast, and I don't have to worry about anything. So, but that's pretty much it for the video, guys, and you guys know what comes after that. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe, and also remember to click that notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. Now, as always, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Bye.